It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. It's taken fire crews more than 4 hours to clean up a serious truck crash on the M1 at Mandalong overnight. A B-double loaded with steel slammed into a slow-moving line-marking truck at about 11 o'clock, blocking all southbound lanes. The drivers weren't injured, but the crash caused a massive diesel spill, which stretched for 300 metres along the motorway. Police say it appears the driver of the line-marking truck may have been at fault. Police say a stolen Holden, Colorado ute was used in a mini-crime spree in Lake Macquarie this morning. The grey dual-cab ute was stolen from a Merriweather address 2 days ago. It's understood 5 people got out of the car and broke into the Shell service station on Oxford Street, Gateshead, at about 4:25, making off with cigarettes. Minutes later, the vehicle was used in a ram raid on the BP and Dudley Road at Whitebridge, causing thousands of dollars worth of damage. Homeowners around the Hunter could face hefty repair costs if their building is affected by combustible cladding. Owners of 412 buildings statewide may be forced to pay for repairs even if they didn't build the property. Labor says the value of these properties could also drop by up to 90%. Shadow Minister for Innovation, Yasmin Catley, says the repair costs could reach the millions.
What we've seen in Melbourne at the Lacrosse building is an estimated $15 million worth of repairs. So it is quite a costly exercise. Obviously, each building will be different, but there's no doubt that the owner-occupier of the building will definitely be out of pocket.
Lake Macquarie Council wants to build a 6-storey apartment block on foreshore land at Toronto. All but one councillor last night voted in favour of the project on 2 blocks of land in Bath Street, clearing the way for detailed design work to begin. However, residents are up in arms about the proposal, saying the area should remain as parkland and the project exceeds the current height limit of 2 storeys. Councillor Wendy Harrison unsuccessfully called for the blocks to be made community land. John Hunter Hospital is rolling out a new state-of-the-art piece of medical equipment. The O-arm is the first outside of Sydney and allows surgeons to do intricate spinal and neurology work, improving patient outcomes and reducing risk. Parliamentary Secretary for the Hunter, Scott McDonald, says the machine will alleviate mounting pressure on hospital staff.
Talking to the staff about some of the pressures on John Hunter Hospital at the moment with the growing population, and where's the state government? If they've really, we've got to put our shoulder to the wheel to support this hospital.
Briefly, work is getting underway to improve pedestrian safety on Hillsborough Road at Warners Bay, 2 years after the death of teenager Jade Frith. And Lake Macquarie Council has given the go-ahead for a 12-month trial of a 24-hour drive-through at the Swansea McDonald's.
Sport for our sponsor, PRD Nationwide East Maitland.
The Newcastle Jets can expect their injured skipper Nigel Bogard to be making a return to the side for Friday's grand final qualifier against Melbourne City at McDonald Jones Stadium. The 31-year-old grimaced at times during Friday's intra-club trial and appeared to slightly favour his injured left leg at training on Monday, but completed the session. Coach Ernie Merrick says Bogard has to show he's competitive to feature in his starting lineup.
This game's really about competitiveness, isn't it? So it's about who's the most competitive, who's keener to make it into the starting 11, and that shows up in training and their attitude and sticking to the game plan and doing their job both offensively and defensively.
Toronto golfer Callan O'Reilly will get his first chance to qualify for the US Open next month when he heads to Japan, before returning later in the year, hoping to score a card for 2019. If successful, he would follow the same path as fellow Hunter player Kurt Barnes. And javelin will now become the primary focus for Coal Point's Cameron Crombie ahead of the 2020 Paralympics. And the winning numbers in Monday Lotto are 4, 7, 25, 13, 31 and 14, and the supplementaries are 6 and 19. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.